Story time. As some of you may or may not know, I used to own Cat's Cafe. If you don't know what Cat's Cafe is, go watch my old videos and you'll know. Today's story I'm going to tell is when somebody called the cops on my cafe. This is the second time I opened. So this was when I bought my business back after it got raided and shut down. I can tell that story another time. It was around, I think, 10 o'clock. I had a couple girls come up to me and tell me that there's a customer that's been bothering them and saying, like, you know, he's being super rude, he's not tipping. And this isn't like one or two girls complaining about him. This was like 3, 4, 5 girls. Like, I had multiple complaints about this guy. I asked one of my register girls, I was like, can you go and ask him to leave? Because I was busy, so I was like, oh, just deal with it. She comes back and she's like, Kat, I asked him to leave, but he's being rude to me and he's saying he's not leaving. So I was like, fine. I go and I tell him, like, hey, you need to leave. And guys, my cafe is very, very small. There's limited space. So I like to utilize my space for customers that are, number one, being kind, I guess, and tipping. Well, that's the point of being there. You're there to hang out with the girls and tip them. He gets mad, starts yelling at me, saying, oh, I paid for my drink, I'm not leaving. So I'm like, okay, fuck this, I'm gonna go get one of the boys. So I go and grab M. M goes inside and he's like, who is it? I point him out and I let M go deal with it, and I go back to the register and I'm watching from a distance. I see M telling him to leave. I see this guy getting all crazy, and then, you know, M just grabs him and basically forcefully makes him leave. Not even 40 minutes later, after this incident, I see cops pull into my parking lot and I start ringing the bell vigorously to let everybody know cops are here. Every time cops come, I run outside and I greet them at the front and I kind of like talk to them and stall them for a good 5 to 10 minutes. Like, everyone inside has 5 to 10 minutes to clean everything up before the cops come in. So I run outside, and this time when I came outside, I didn't see the cops out front. They were nowhere to be seen. And then all of a sudden, from the corner of the end of my building, I saw a cop peek his head over, and he had his gun out, okay? He had his gun out in his hand. He peeked over and he's like gesturing me to walk over to him. My initial, reaction was to put my hands up because I was like, dude, like, he has his gun out. Why does he have his gun out? I walk over and then the cop pulls me around the corner. There was another cop behind the wall with him. That cop is like standing behind me, facing the other way with his gun out as well. And I look out to the parking lot and I noticed that there are other officers, like 5 other officers, hiding behind cars with their guns out pointed at my cafe. What's happening right now? The cop is like, oh, we received a 911 call that there was a shootout. And I was like, a shootout? I was like, no, like, none of that happened. Like, that never happened. He was like, well, we need to go inside your cafe to check to make sure everything is good. So I'm like, okay, let's go. And so we get to the front entrance. The cop asks me one more time, are you sure that didn't happen? And I'm like, I promise you, like, that never happened. And he was like, so if I go in there, no one's gonna have a gun? I was like, no, nobody's gonna have a gun. So I open the door to go in, and then the cop that was behind me grabs me and pulls me, and he's like, no, like, you're gonna stay out here with me until we make sure everything is good. The one in front of me gestures to all the other ones that are hiding behind the cars to come in with him. And I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, this is so bad for business. 5 minutes, they all came out, and then they're like, okay, everything is all good. And the cop was like, yeah, we just have to follow procedure whenever things like this are called in for. And I told the cops about how I kicked somebody out an hour ago. He was like, oh, okay, like, that must have been it. So I was like, I'm sorry for wasting your time. They were like, okay, well, have a good night. So they leave. And I was just like, dude, like, I can't believe that just happened to me right now. That shit was so scary.